Hi Anton, this is your tree speaking with you. As you, within and as your human physical body, and I'm here to communicate my experience as you in this very moment. And the most prominent specific point with regards to my experience within you is an exceptional stiffness. The actual manifested muscle stiffness of when you, for instance, ran an entire marathon and your muscles is just clenching within yourself, as though you within and as you is in absolute petrification. Now the stiffness is most prominent within your wrists, your ankles, just by your spine, the muscles right alongside your spine, up here in your neck, and then your solar plexus. Now, all these areas are extensively, extremely stiff actually, as though almost immovable. Now this is a very specific manifestation that you have developed within yourself, and as I've mentioned the word petrification, it is exactly the origin of the stiffness and why the stiffness exists within and as your human physical body as yourself. Now, what does stiffness present or represent within and as you is your fear of change. But this fear of change is very, very, very specific from the perspective that you have developed this particular specific fear of change since you were a child, and which has become so much part of you as the very nature of you that you don't even recognize, see, or notice or experience it even. See, the experience of you at this very moment within your world is that you're very meticulous about yourself and your surroundings, meaning you will not accept or allow anything out of the ordinary to occur within you or your world unless you have first decided within yourself that you're comfortable with it. And then you will slowly but surely kind of relax inside yourself and allow someone or something new within you and your world. And it's interesting because it's exactly like a soldier that would defend and protect his territory. And he would first, let's say a new being comes to his territory, he would first interrogate and investigate and check out this particular being, everything, all of this being, before being comfortable and okay to have this being participate in his territory, which is exactly what you have done within yourself. In other words, you've developed this entire space within yourself and your world, your bubble. This is my world, this is my space, this is me, and no one and nothing will enter this space without my permission, without me first knowing and feeling within myself that it is okay. And this is an entire self-protective mechanism that you have manifested and designed within yourself, and it originates from literal petrification. Like you're constantly, continuously on guard within yourself from petrification. It's not even fear, it's literal absolute petrification of people. But it's interesting because you have a look at human beings, you have a look at your world, and it's interesting because you've defined human beings within yourself, and this is now all and every human being within your world as deceitful liars that cannot be trusted in any way whatsoever. But of that, you've developed a fear inside yourself, which is manifested in petrification within your wrists and your ankles and your back and your neck, and you're really always just on guard, as though you're going to fall victim or fall prey to something or someone wanting possibly to sell you out in some way or another. And you've developed this as a child from the perspective of your parents, for instance, saying to you when you're very young so many times that they're going to do something with you or for you, and then it always falls through. In other words, they've never stayed or remained with their word, and in so many occasions as a child it hurt you within yourself so much that it was since then that you dubbed everything and everyone deceitful liars. You cannot trust anything or anyone, and you have harbored that anger and that anger within yourself, and then manifested into petrification because you fear again being so hurt by someone or something else within you and your world that you make sure that you will never trust anyone ever again. And this is anyone and everyone. So basically this entire construct within yourself is fucked with your self-trust, because you've defined trust as outside of yourself and basically said, I will never ever again trust anything or anyone else. But what you've actually said there, because of that manifested experience, is that you'll never ever trust yourself again, which is the reason why you also experience so much doubt inside yourself, why you get so angry and frustrated with yourself so many times, and why you always only do things halfway. You don't do it absolutely full out as the full entire expression of you in absolute self-trust. And that's why things fall through sometimes within you and your world, and sometimes it feels like no matter how hard you try, it just doesn't want to work. That experience, what's holding you back there, is you making that statement when you were a child of not ever trusting anyone ever again, which actually in that moment you said you'll never trust you ever again, and why you're existing in constant petrification and fear within yourself and judgment towards others, towards this world, and why you so quickly get angry at yourself and others, why you so quickly get pissed off at yourself and others, why you get irritated with others and yourself, and why it sometimes feel like you can't even be alone with yourself in a room or even with others for too long, because you just cannot take it. Okay, so time is up. Those are a few points to focus on. The main point is that origin of self-trust. You must develop and focus within yourself as you. Self-trust is me. Thanks.